Blog Talk Radio.
Aretha, open us up.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny D. I'm with the GTF fam. Welcome to the show tonight. Why y'all laughing? Did I say it wrong? I said it wrong again. That's my New Year's resolution was to say it right. GFT Radio Show, and it's your girl Sunny. I got Kenya on the line, aka Red Double D, and I got J Ro on the line. Say hi, guys.
Hi, everybody.
Y'all shady. Tonight's show is we're going to talk about trending topics in social media. We're taking calls after 10:15. The number is 657-383-1155. And Shusha King, I hear you laughing in the background. Hope you guys enjoy the show tonight. Go ahead, take it away, J-Ro.
Oh, it's all on me just like that? Yeah, like you said, what's
just
up?
Like that.
While we here, I gotta give a shout out to Clint. Clint, I know you feeling a little under the weather. Hope you feel better. If you are available, text, hit me up, whatever. Drink you some medicine, go get you some OJ. Just don't go to 7-Eleven because I just came from 7-Eleven and I spent damn near $6 on a bottle of orange juice. I'm a little upset. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. We'll talk about that later. This is GFT Radio. Like Sonny said, hit us up, 657-383-1155, and visit the website, blogtalkradio.com/GFT Radio Show. We're going to kick it just like this. We're going to slide right into this topic. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby has been a trending topic for the past couple of years. This has been going on. But just recently, he's been in headlines for being indicted and arraigned on one of his charges, one of his many charges that he's had. He was in court a couple of weeks ago. They set him up on $1 million bail. Bill Cosby looked mad frail and fragile walking into that courtroom.
He tripped on national TV.
like no joke. Like he's not gonna survive. But he walked in there like a G, threw that $1 million on the table and was like, "Yo, I'm out of here. Take my mug shot and I'm done. I'm out of here." But yeah, he's finally getting caught up on these charges. Yo, why you laughing? This is like
dropped the mills like I'm out of here.
He did basically. Like he walked in there and was just like, "Yo, take that," and dropped that mill and took his picture and he was out. That's pretty much what he said to them girls. Yeah, he did while he was sliding them drinks. It's the truth. I mean,
is hold on? Is that your spouse? You tell her to call in.
Yeah, if you have something to say, you got to call in. I can't be having these side conversations. But I'm being on some real stuff though. Like this is not a joking matter. Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby. Bill Clinton was doing his own thing too. I mean, him and Bill Cosby probably was together. He probably was. Let me stop. I'm gonna lose me some friends and followers tonight. But on some real stuff though. Bill Cosby is finally getting his due justice. Like people feel that he is finally getting what's coming to him. They had over 50 females that's been coming up saying that Bill Cosby has allegedly drugged and raped them over the last however many years. Talking like back in the going back to the 80s. Bill Clinton I keep saying Bill Clinton. Bill Cosby was accused of this. Like this ain't nothing new. Bill Cosby had a motive. He knew what he was doing. He thought he was gonna get away with it, and now everybody's coming out of the woodworks. What is your opinion on this?
So what do y'all think? Do you guys think he did it?
Honestly, yes, I do. And not because it's hard, because you have one person that says, "Oh, Bill Cosby, he drugged and he raped me," and that becomes a high profile case. And you have the people that are telling the truth, and then you have these people who are followers. Now, I'm not taking anything away from these women saying that they weren't raped, but it's kind of like a monkey see, monkey do. Oh, she's about to get paid off of this case. Let me hop in on this too, and I'm gonna hop in on this lawsuit also. It happens. It happens with celebrities. It happens with simple things at home. Somebody sitting at home, slip and fall in the store. Next thing you know, you got a class action lawsuit on something. It's it's always something. Like I said, it's not to take away anything and saying that these ladies weren't raped or maybe something did happen or didn't happen, but I believe he did it. I honestly think he did it.
Me too.
He thought he was going to get away with it, and it's just a coincidence that there's too many people and too much evidence. It's just a sad story that it all is coming out now, as it is now, instead of it coming out earlier. Of course, the statute of limitations on most of these cases, if not all of them, have passed, and there's really not much that can be done, which is kind of messed up. But then again, it's kind of messed up that these ladies waited until now. Like I say, I mean, you hear one that I don't even remember. Like, who was the first one that actually came out with something and was like, yo, Bill Cosby did this to me, and then all of a sudden it was like a snowball effect. It just kept building. You had more and more ladies who were coming up with stories of what Bill did.
No, but see, here's my thing. I'm sorry to cut you off, though, bro. But here's my thing. Okay, I know that we're watching a lot of cases like this happening. What happens is, like Jabril said, it's a statute of limitations. So it could have happened to somebody maybe 20 or 10 years ago or stuff like that. Their statute of limitations have run out, but it's one person that is within that statute of limits time. So what happens is their case goes to trial. This is why he got indicted. Somebody's case is still within the time frame which he can still be prosecuted. So what happens is what they do is look for a pattern. So if he did this to one person and he had cases like this where he settled out of court, he paid off people to not tell their story. You have people that has had it happen to them, that have not spoken up to anyone. But now what happens is because this person came forward and said this XYZ happened to me, and they need to establish a pattern or a history of him doing it, they have to backtrack and find people he has done it to. They either not came forward or wasn't basically and wasn't listened to or wasn't heard of, or nothing happened, or they have to basically kind of establish a pattern. So therefore, this is why other people I think this is why most of them are coming forward, because they have to establish an abundant amount of evidence, because this is a celebrity. When you say something like this happened to you from a celebrity, the first thing is, oh, she lying, she just want money. No, it really could have happened. And I believe with some people it really did happen, like Jabril said. But it becomes a thing where if you say something like this happened, what happens? The social media digs into your background. They want to know who you are. What do you stand to gain from it? They're trying to find out your past history versus going to anything sexual you did that they could seem like you may have wanted it, you caused it, you egged it on, you initiated it, and now you're backtracking and you feel some type of way because you want to make money. Like, that's what happens. But if they establish a pattern from his prior history up into current, he's going to have to say, you know what, I don't want to fight this, let me just settle this and be done with it, versus having his whole life on trial. So now he's facing everything because now everybody's coming out saying this happened to me. So
I'm looking at something right now.
He paid people to not talk. He settled. Why would you settle if you know you're innocent?
Yeah, true. I'm looking at something right now, and it says that the first incident spans all the way back to 1965. Now, 1965 to 2008. That's a long time, and of course, like you say, the statute of limitations are over. But one of these, we're not with all of them. They said the civil cases are the ones that are catching up to them. The civil lawsuits are the ones that are catching up to them. I don't know if the statute of limitations are different on those, but apparently Cosby has admitted to having casual sex
and that's
with
the thing, and that's
and
what
using Quaaludes.
He admitted it in one of his depositions. He admitted it. So then people say, oh, he didn't do it. This man is on record. Yeah, he's on record for admitting what he did. Mm-hmm. So how do you say that he's innocent if he admitted it?
But remember the twins that went to Trenton High, and one of them, after she graduated, went over to California and was working with him, and she was talking about how he was sexually harassing her and stuff, and nobody believed her, and she ended up being on the front page of the Trentonian?
That's what happens. They attack the victim. You see, this is Kobe Bryant all over again. Kobe Bryant did that with that girl, and he said, oh, no, I didn't do it. And then the first thing, well, she a gold digger. Why would he do that for her? He got money. Here's the problem with people that got money. If you're so used to hearing yes, people throwing themselves at you, because that's what people do with celebrities. They want to be a part of your lifestyle. So they throw themselves at it. And the one person that tells you no, you have a problem, because guess what? You can get in from anybody else. Why can't you get it from so-and-so?
Yep.
So they get, so hearing yes, and when you finally hear no, it's like, oh, well, I'm taking because anyway, ain't anybody going to believe you. I'm so-and-so. I make this amount of money. I'm a big time. They're not going to believe me over you. And that's what happens. You get these people where they feel like if they want to even go through this, and then they, you know what, they go to court and they settle. And it sucks because if he really did it, it's like, oh, well, you took his money. But it doesn't negate the fact that he still did what he did, and it was wrong. And if he paid you, he know he did something wrong, because why would he pay somebody and waste paying money for what? If you ain't doing it, you're gonna say I'm innocent and I'm not paying nobody.
Yeah, Bill Cosby is bugging. Like I said, I mean, he obviously thought he was gonna get away with this. I mean, you've done this to plenty of other women, and you thought you were gonna get away with it, and now it's catching up to you. And this basically says it don't matter how old you are, don't matter how much money you had, how famous you were, how good you were, you could have been voted best dad, number one TV dad, and you're basically about to lose all of this. There's plenty of universities. Bill Cosby had honorary degrees from just about damn near every college in the world that you could think of. If it was an HBCU, he had an honorary degree from them. He's had sponsors from plenty of other companies, Jell-O Pudding distributed, which is like biggest one back in the day. And he's about to lose all of that right now over something like this. I mean, I guess the money and the fame make you do some crazy things. I don't get it though.
Well, what are your thoughts, Kenya?
I mean, I don't believe that all of these women are telling the truth. I think some of them jumped on a bandwagon. But I don't believe that all of them are telling a lie. Like you said, he's already admitted to getting and giving these women quaaludes. The thing is, the crazy part about it is when it comes to these celebrities, because women are often throwing themselves at them, more than likely they would have done it anyway. What I was always confused about is why even give them the drugs in the first place? Because these women are agreeing to come to your hotel room or your dressing room or meet you wherever. I mean, they pretty much know what they were coming there for. I mean, I'm sure it was just the two of them, and one of the women said, well, he opened the door, you know, and he had his robe on, and we sat down and had drinks. Well, if I'm going to a man's room and he has on a robe, if I'm not here for that, I'm asking to put some clothes on, or I'm not coming inside. Like, you knew what time it was. We knew what you was here for. And that's fine. Y'all grown. Do whatever you want to do. But my thing is, you didn't need to give them anything for that. Like, what was, and if you lied about it, now I don't believe anything you said. Because you lied about it so long. I mean, you gotta think about it. People say, oh, well, why they wait so long? And there's women who saying, no, I didn't wait long. When we talked about it before, they told us to be quiet. It's Bill Cosby. That's right. Back then, and even now, but even more so back then, this is Bill Cosby we're talking about. Who's going to believe you? He's like the best dad in all the nations of every nation in the country. Like, he is the Cliff Huxtable. Who's going to believe you? Nobody was trying to decipher between Cliff Huxtable and Bill Cosby. And even today, there's so many people who are upset at these women. To me, it's like, you don't know him. You don't know who Bill is. I mean, you forget that Cliff Huxtable is not a real character. He's just a character. He's not a real person. But people feel like they've watched The Cosby Show for so long, there's no way Cliff could do that. Maybe not Cliff, but Bill can. But even Debbie Allen was talking about how he was with the people on his show. It was like, no, that was his family. He was very serious, and he was very protective over them. When Denise ended up not being on the show anymore when she got pregnant, he agreed to let her go over to a different world. As soon as they started shooting, he ended up pulling her back. No. And saying, well, Denise isn't pregnant. Lisa Bonet is pregnant. So he kept her until she began the show, and then he put it into the show. He was not willing to let her go. And they said that her sister, Debbie Allen said that Bill Cosby was even more protective and territorial over Phylicia Rashad.
Mm-hmm.
That's not normal.
Yeah.
I just don't believe it. Some of them, I feel like some of them, maybe you had something with Bill and he just blew you off, or you found a way to get in there because y'all spent some private time together, but some of them, it just don't sound like they telling the truth. It sounds like they jumped on the bandwagon. But I just don't believe it online. I don't believe that.
Now you said that you believe some of them were lying because they waited too long to
I don't
come
believe
forward
it. I would
and
say
say
that people were upset with them, saying, "Why would you wait so long? If it was true, then why haven't you said something before?" But they were saying like, "No, we did speak up, but we were told it's Bill. You be quiet, you don't say anything," or people were just threatening to pull their work from them. I mean, these women are models. They're working in the industry. You're being threatened that your work is going to be pulled from you, and no one's going to want to work with you again. You be quiet. I can believe.
All right, so I got a question for you. I got a question for you. When do you believe is like the appropriate time for you to come out and say like, I was chilling with Bill. We had some drinks. I don't remember what happened. I think I was assaulted or raped or something, like immediately after, a couple days after, a couple months later, further down the line, like to say, I mean, some of these cases are coming out 40 years later, 50 years later. So when is that appropriate?
It shows, but that's what I said. It also shows.
The fact of the matter is there are people who are victims and they will not come forward for a long time for different reasons. A lot of them may not say anything because of his celebrity. A lot of them may not say anything because they're afraid of what people are going to think of them or that they're not going to believe them. So, or they just don't want to jeopardize their careers. So people may have different reasons for not saying anything. So I don't think anybody else outside of them can say what the time frame should be for someone to speak up, because just because it took somebody 10 years to say something doesn't mean it didn't happen. There's a reason why.
I understand that. I understand that. Now I got a story to bring up about that because I was on the internet last week and I happened to be reading this article last week of a lady who was in Africa doing mission work, and she was raped, and basically immediately after, like within minutes of her being raped, she was blogging about it. Like she had pictures, she was on her blog, she had everything immediately after it happened. And some people are blaming her because of what happened, and some people are blaming her like, why are you blogging about this? You should be getting some help right now instead of taking pictures and trying to look for sympathy and all these other things, and basically blaming her for the situation of how it happened and why it happened.
Can I comment off that one real quick?
Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing, and I'm speaking from experience. When something like that happens to you, I know for me, after it happened to me, I spoke up to my family because it happened. It was from another family member did that to me. So when I spoke up, it was you're lying. Then, like right after it happened, I came and told my family what happened. They didn't. Basically, I was lying. First, it went from I was lying to it was what I was wearing and blah blah blah. So what I did as a writer, as me writing, I wrote about it, and it was within great detail. But when you do something like that, it's basically because after that happens, everything is fresh in your mind. Like when you trying to, and then when it's hard to talk about it, it's easier to write about it and get it out. Because when someone says, like, because when after a while, when something that traumatic happens to you, you tend to block it out. But if you get it out that first time, everything that you're going to say is important. Everything that you're going to remember is important, especially when we have to go talk to the police and things of that nature. So I don't know if I would have put it on the internet, but I think, but that's not. It wasn't my choice. That was her choice. Or put it on her blog and stuff like that. That was her choice. But maybe that was her way of getting it out because when something like that happens, it's traumatizing. So you kind of you want to get it out your mind, and that was her release to probably get it out and like try to help her get through it, because that's a hard thing to keep in. If you get it out, you can say, okay, here's the information, and when you talk to the police or authority figures and stuff like that, you're able to give them stuff in great detail, especially when it's people you don't know. When you first remember that stuff, everything is embedded in your mind, so you got a fresh memory. You can remember everything. You can remember what they were, and you can remember their face. You can remember everything. Mm-hmm. So I think, like, I wouldn't put it on the internet, but that was her choice, and that was her way of getting it. I don't think people should have backlashed her, But I guess that was her way of documenting what happened.
Now, let me, real quick, a little backstory to this. She's from New York. She's an activist from New York. She was out in Africa doing mission work for a campaign. It was like called Stop Don't Rape or something along those lines. She said she was out in Africa. She was there for a couple of months. She was doing the work. She had wound up coming down with a sickness. I don't know if it was food poisoning or whatever it was, being over in Africa for a while. She was sick. She was down and out. She had wound up meeting this guy before, like recently. You know, they had wound up going to a bar, you know, getting a little friendly. Nothing really serious happened, but, you know, she said they were drunk. They may have kissed a little bit. That still doesn't give them the right. I mean, I know that that's been preached to me plenty of times in the Army. I mean, it's just a life lesson. Like, just because a girl kisses you doesn't mean that you can go and do whatever you want to. Anyway, fast forward. Like I said, she was sick. She said she wasn't feeling well. She had a stomach bug or whatever. She had no hot water in the hotel she was living, not the hotel, but the place she was staying at. Then again, she's in Africa, third world country. Running water, hot water is very rare. This guy comes by. She knew the guy. She wasn't like friendly with him, but she knew of the guy. Like I said, she saw him before. They hung out before. The guy offered her to come back to his spot, you know, take a shower. She agreed to take a shower with him. Like I said, she said her reason behind it was because she was sick. She didn't have hot water in the place she was staying at, and she kind of knew this guy, and she knew that hot water comes by every once in a while. So the offer to take a shower wasn't off to her. Now, people are blaming her for going to this guy's spot and taking a shower with her. That's apparently where she was raped at. She wound up going back to the guy's house with the guy, taking a shower with him, and that's when the guy raped her. Now, she said she didn't think anything of it because, you know, like I said, she knew this guy. She knew of him. She was kind of friendly with him. But people are blaming her for being raped because she decided she wanted to take a shower with this guy. Now, to me, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, because she could be butt-ass naked and getting ready to sleep with him and change her mind and say no. No means no, no matter what the situation is. No matter if she has clothes on, no matter what the hell. She could be in the bed with him. She get a feeling like, you know, I don't want to go through with this. I changed my mind. No. No means no, period.
And that's my whole thing. I
don't see how you can blame somebody for something like that.
Yeah, that I think honestly that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That's called date rape, basically. Well, not that she was on a date with him, but that's like date rape. You go on a date with somebody, you hang out with them, y'all have a nice time, y'all go back to the house and talk, and all of a sudden they rape you. You're like, oh well, we went on a date with him. That's date rape.
Now, of course. Now, like I say, there's more to the story. That's just a quick, you know, rewind of what's happening. But I'm pretty sure there's more to that story. But most of the people that are out there are blaming her for this happening to her because of the fact that she wanted to take a shower with the guy. Now, like I say, she's in a third world country. I can understand. You know, I've been overseas in places where running water isn't always available. Hot water isn't always available. I'm not saying that I would go out there and be like, you know, let's go take a shower together, but still, I can't see myself blaming her for this.
Yeah, that's like basically saying a prostitute can't get raped. I know it's weird because that's their job, but doesn't mean that they don't get raped. But I guarantee if they try to report it, it's like you're a prostitute. What do you mean? You know, that's your job, but doesn't, you know, no means no, no matter how it happens. I could be ass nigga in your bed, and if I say no, then we're done. Like, there's nothing happening. And vice versa, because men get raped too. But I don't know. Like, I don't care what the situation is. Once that no word is said, then it's everything should stop.
It's done. Like, there's no reason, no need to keep on going. I mean, yo, dude, if it's really that serious, you know, go grab a magazine, go hop on the internet, and go to the bathroom and finish it off yourself. Like, what
like
joy and excitement?
Get that out the way.
What joy and excitement are you getting out of forcing yourself into it? Let me stop. I don't want to get in trouble. My goal this year is to not piss anybody off. But the number is what's that number again so these people can call in? 657-383.
Kenya is in the background.
I'm so sorry.
It's 657-383-1155. If you want to chime in our conversation, please do not hesitate to call. We would love to hear from you and hear what you have to say on any of the topics we have discussed thus far.
If you want to hit us up on the website, blogtalkradio.com/GFT radio show.
That's where you can listen to the radio show and just not call in, but we would love for you to call in.
I would love for you to call in. You can actually hit us up. Well, you can hit me up, JRose609 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Sunny, you can hit her up on Instagram. Or no, you can hit her up on Twitter. Clint, yo, what up? I know you sick and out, but you can hit him up on Twitter. Kenya.
Trenton Roomy.
Kenya,
you can
is a hashtag. You can hashtag Kenya on Twitter. Just hashtag Kenya, KENYA. Don't get confused with the Kenya over in Africa. But if you do hashtag Kenya, make sure you hashtag Kenya and hashtag GFT Radio Show so we don't get confused.
Or what you can do is you can reach me on Twitter at RedRaven609. That's REDDRAVEN 609 on Twitter.
Really?
Because I do have a Twitter.
She got a Twitter account.
Oh.
Okay.
Let me find out.
She done came up.
I'm about to be her first
I say boom. Thank you very much.
I'm about to turn my dad on just so. Hold on. I'm about to turn my dad on just so I can follow you. What is it? Red Raven 609.
That's right.
I'm about to be her first follower.
The way my dad is playing, if my dad will go over one more gig, you gonna owe me $15 just for going and try to follow you.
Is it 2Ds? Yo, you know we got to put that out again. Like I'm really hyped because I had a strike. I was on the social media strike because Kenya wasn't on Twitter. I was on every post on Facebook because Kenya wasn't on Twitter. I was telling, but yo, I'm a little excited now. Yeah.
Red Raven 609.
She making stuff up. Ain't no Red Raven 609.
I just asked you, Jabbar.
Oh, my bad.
Is it 2 Ds?
Yeah, double D.
She always a double D. But that's a whole other conversation.
That's right.
Oh, Kenya got a hashtag. Let me find out. I'm so proud of her.
Matter of fact, you don't even got a hashtag Kenya no more. We can actually add her in these conversations.
Keep talking. Yeah.
Wait till I tell Clint this one.
But Clint,
moving on. What's Clint's name? What's his name? At East Trenton.
We're going to need you to get a picture. At East Trenton Grew Me. But hold on. Kenya need to get this orange picture with the egg out the way.
She's still a newbie. She's
We're sorry, guys. We had to break from the serious conversation to get to.
I'm sorry. Back to the show. Look how y'all doing the callers though. Like this is ridiculous.
Do we have any callers yet? Does anybody love us enough to call us? Hold on. I said at the time I got off because I ain't legit. I ain't real right.
Nobody wants to. We haven't had a caller our first caller of the year yet.
No, but that's why we can have the contest. You know what we're talking about.
That's right.
First caller of the year and do something.
First caller of the year. We over at GFT Radio Show have something for you. I don't want just no first caller and just be calling to say hi. Like you have to have some input, something good to talk about. I got something for you. Don't ask me what it is. You will get something. I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. The way these prices are set up in 2016, you will enjoy it. But it's about to be a whole new year. Like we gonna get some goodies and some giveaways. Let's just say I robbed Santa last week and saw that he left some stuff, and I got some goodies and some giveaways.
And that's always good. That promote more followers and more people to call into the show. Again, our number is 657-383-1155, and you can listen to the radio show at www.blogtalkradio.com/GFT radio show. Yeah, I said it. I didn't say it the wrong way.
About time. I mean, it's only like 2-3 months later.
Shut up. Okay, but guys, we want to continue our conversation. We want to talk about. I don't know if you guys been hearing about this in social media, but it has been trending in social media. It has been on most of the news outlets throughout the country about the woman who was allegedly gang raped after her father left her in the park. So that's what we want to talk about. Like that's crazy. I remember I heard it, but for some reason I thought it was a younger girl. I didn't know that I believe she was 18.
Mhm.
And I actually heard something about that, but I'm not sure if it was correct because
Did you hear the new twist in the story?
That he was sleeping with her?
Yes. That's
what I heard.
That's what the new twist in the story is. That those two, that the father and the daughter. What's that?
I'm trying to figure out if that was really her father or if he lied and was like, that's my daughter.
So it's
I don't know. I don't know if it's like actual real father, stepfather, just a father figure, but apparently they was in the park getting it in, and they were drunk. And they were drunk, and that's when the four guys happened to stumble across them. Because the one dude said he has it on his cell phone camera that he walked up to them and saw them, pulling their pants up and everything. And that's when he was like, yo, can we get some of that too? And that's when the four guys decided to join in. Now they're saying that the father was probably embarrassed as to what happened or what went down, and that's why he told the cops that somebody was raping his daughter. And that's the newest story I heard. I actually didn't hear.
So it's a lie? Because that's what I heard that, and I didn't get a chance to dig further into that, and I was just like, that's got to be crazy. And,
that's what's
sometimes
reported.
Stuff on the internet is not true.
I think I don't know if I read that on the Daily News or the New York Times. It was one of those New York. It was the New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those papers that I read on the internet the other day. That's what the story coming out now is, that the four guys were saying that they didn't rape this girl, that it was actually consensual. The one guy actually has it on tape, like he recorded it on his cell phone, that basically she was willing to participate in this.
Wow.
Because they tried at first when they were saying, they were like, they turned it around, like the father said that somebody pulled a gun to his face and that they were going to kill him, and that's why he left his daughter out there. But then it came out to the fact that a gun was never recovered on any four of these guys. A gun was never found at the crime scene. And the guy was...
Did the girl ever come forward?
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't heard anything from her side of the story.
They haven't mentioned her yet.
Oh, wow.
All I heard about was the four guys. Yeah, they probably won't because of the nature of the crime. They usually don't put too much information out about her or things like that. But as far as her side of it, I don't think they put anything out as far as her side of it goes. So either way, the story's crazy. Apparently, the guy was gone for 20 minutes before the cops actually showed up. He went to one store, and the people said that they couldn't understand him because he was so drunk that they wound up kicking him out of one corner store, and he had to go to another corner store, and those people said they wouldn't help him, and on his way back, that's when he wound up running into some cops, and this was 20 minutes later. So from the point that he left his daughter to the time he returned, it was a whole 20 minutes later. I just think the whole story is crazy.
That's a sick story. I don't understand it.
Whether it was consensual or not, four dudes in the park having sex with a girl.
Now, where's the park goers? Nobody saw this?
Yeah, this is New York. Anything happens out there. Nothing's new to them. They walk by. You probably have people walking by. Surprisingly, ain't on World Star somewhere. Somebody in the background yelling out World Star while it's happening. It probably is. You just ain't looked hard enough for it. But
they were World Star today to their parents while the DA figured out the charges and what they were going to do.
So they got arrested?
Yeah, they were picked up.
I think they said they arrested three of the four, or did they pick up all four of them? Oh, it was five. Okay, so they got 4 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
wow.
Yeah.
And then they said I haven't heard anybody mention anything about the last one. I might have missed that.
Yeah, the last. I know there was 4 out of the 5.
And the cops seen the video. I'm sorry. They actually, the last I heard, they were getting a warrant to view the video. And even, which is odd. New York law may be different, but as long as someone agrees to allow you to see it, it's fine. But
why do they need a warrant?
Well,
if the video is going
to get in a case, though. So
if the video is going to clear me, the video is going to clear me of any wrongdoing. Not saying it was right or wrong, but if the video is going to clear me of any wrongdoing, I'm going to be quick, fast, and in a hurry presenting that video to anybody who's going to watch this video. I'll take it to the lawyer, to the judge, to the police station myself. Y'all don't need no warrant. I'm giving you permission to look through my phone right now.
Yeah, I was going to the cops on the scene. Like, listen.
But like I say, not saying that that's going to make it any better. Like, yo, you know, we weren't raped, girl. We all five of us had permission to have sex with her. That don't make it any better. But either way, it's apparently whoever shot the video, the kid's mother was the one who was like, yo, he has it on his. How your mom vouching for you for something like this? His mom was like, yo, he has it on video. It wasn't rape. It was consensual. Really, bro? Your mom is vouching for you for this?
Right.
Like, I love my son, but I it's just, I don't know if I'm going to be one of those mothers that's like, yeah, I don't know if I would be that mom. I'll just be sitting there like, you dumb, you stupid, now your ass might be going to jail.
How did you back somebody, like, whether it's your mom or your sister or your daughter or your son or, like...
But you know what? I'm
like
wondering if those two moms that brought their sons down there, if it was one of those moms who brought her son, not to say that she wouldn't bring him because he did something wrong, but it's like, if I know that my son is entangled in this and we got this video, I'm taking him down there because, one, you're not about to kick my door in and come pick my son up and something happens, like him being shot. So I'm going to bring him to you. And then if I have that video, you know, I'm also going to say, but wait a minute, before this goes too far, this is all on video.
Yeah.
Because that's going to clear him. So I wonder if one of those moms, because it was two moms who brought their sons down there. And I'm wondering if one of those moms was the one that was like, no, it's right here on video. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's not like the girl who faked her kidnapping and Trenton with the ransom money that won like $3,000.
That was in that dirty tub?
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking simple. People just do crazy, odd things, and I will never understand it. And, like, that's crazy. But I also want to mention...
the Paycheck girl on the Trentonian? Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that one. But I also want to mention the guy who killed his 3-year-old son for his 18-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't hear what I said. But, yeah, that's a crazy story. I don't even want to talk about that. That just pisses me off.
But it does. Like, first of all, how old was he compared to her?
He's 22 and she's 18. I thought she was 17.
I don't know. She was 18 or 17, but she was young.
Either way, he's 22 and she's either 17 or 18, one of them.
Mm-hmm. Where was this boy's mother? That's all I want to know.
Florida. She lives in Florida.
So
he lives in Jersey.
Visiting?
I don't know if they were splitting time, if this was a holiday or what was happening. Just a visit or something that they had worked out. But yeah, it the funny thing is not the funny thing. The thing is that the story just seemed funny from the beginning. Like when it first came out. They were
at a party, they had a house gathering, and he wandered out, and he didn't know where he was.
Yeah, like apparently, like this guy wakes up at 6:00 in the morning, and randomly just was like, "Yo, I'm gonna call 911 because my son is missing." But if you listen to the 911 tapes, he was mad, calm, and cool and collected. He was just like, "Oh, I don't know, my son's not here. I woke up, the door's unlocked. I don't know, maybe he's just hiding." I lost my kids in the store, and I damn near freaked out. Like, come on now. You lost your kid at 6:00 in the morning in a neighborhood, and you live like less than a mile from the beach, and you call 911 like, "Yo, what up? Yeah, my son's missing." That's not how that works. That's not how that works at all.
So my son walked off for 2 seconds, and I'm like, "Where you go? Where is he?" Yeah. He moved so fast. He like a little ninja. He just slipped and he quiet. So he just woke off and then he'll be going to pick up a rock or something. But still, you get that panic because you can't see them in sight. You know, person can be blocking them, you don't know. But like I said, there's no way as a parent you're going to call somebody and be calm about your child missing. You're in panic mode from the beginning.
From the beginning.
You're tearing the whole house. The house is going to look like who done it and why. I'm checking everywhere. I'm walking out the house. I'm walking on the street. By the time I call the cops, it's going to be a couple hours later because I'm going to be out looking for my child.
Yeah, he was just too calm about it. And then another thing was when the story came out, because this happened back in October, but when the story came out, there was apparently an eyewitness that said they saw an older guy pushing a baby carriage down by the beach at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning or something crazy like that. It was like some early hours in the morning, and somebody said they saw a guy pushing a baby carriage down by the beach, and none of the witnesses or anybody else has been able to find or locate this guy who's pushing the carriage, who I can say now, I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't really matter what I say. I don't have to say allegedly because nobody will sue me, but I'm almost 100% sure that it was probably this guy taking his kid down to the beach to drop the body off.
That's terrible.
And that's where they found him at. They said that the little kid had socks on, and the place that they found the body was all muddy and dirty, and the kid's socks was clean as ever. Like, so you trying to tell me you strangled your son, and because that's what he had strangulation marks, but you strangled him, you threw him in a baby carriage, and you rolled him down to the river, and then you just dropped him off like he was a piece of garbage, and then you went back home and was just like, yo, I'm going to call 911 in a couple hours. Like, what went through your mind?
See, now, I don't like that.
Well, that's like that girl that was down in South Carolina, this woman that was in South Carolina, she pushed her baby on that swing for like 12 hours, and the baby was dead.
What?
Oh, y'all don't remember that?
Oh. No.
No, I was going to say, was this recently? Like, yo, really?
No, this was like maybe 2 years ago, maybe.
Killed her baby and put him in a swing?
I don't know if they ever found out how, the baby died, but I remember them saying that the baby was dead before she put the baby in there. Is what they found out later.
That's some psycho stuff right there.
Yeah.
And she was like she was young too. Yeah, she was young.
Did she blame it on her boyfriend though? Did she say she didn't want to have her kid because really though? Like if you didn't want your son to be a burden on your relationship with your 17, 18-year-old girlfriend, why didn't you just send him to go live with his mom? He was like, yo, I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. I'd rather be getting some cheeks from my 17, 18-year-old girlfriend. I don't want to deal with my son anymore because I'm a deadbeat and I'm an asshole. So instead of killing him and dropping him off in the ocean, you just pack him up and send him with his mom. It's like, yo, I don't feel like dealing with this anymore. We still would have talked about you, but you still would have been that crazy murdering asshole that was just like, yo, I'm just going to kill my son. Nah, you could just be like, yo, that dude's whack. Like, he doesn't take care of his kid. I think he's still alive, but he just doesn't take care of him.
Yeah.
Like, over a girl. Yo, there's no cheeks in the world that'd make me kill my son or daughter.
Sorry.
There are no cheeks that good in the world.
I'll kill somebody to mess with my kids. If I have to become between my kids and somebody else, I'll take you out because I'm protecting my kids. But I ain't going to just kill my kids for some. No, that's too much.
Yo, I don't care. I honestly don't care who you are. There is no amount of cheeks in the world. Like, yo, Selma from Good Times could come to me right now and be like, yo, I need you to off your daughter so that we can get together and keep our relationship going. And I'm like, yo, you must be crazy. I'm not doing it, even though you look good. No, it's not happening. I don't care. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
He said, Selma for Good Times. All I need is Nasir Jones. Like, I don't care, and I love him. If he ever tell me some crap like that, I'm going to kill him. Like, don't be trying to tell me to kill my babies. And I love that man. But I would, like, that's crazy. Who? Why? Like, at that point, and this is my thing. If you're going to date somebody, if they like your kid and they have good relationship with your kid, that's fine. But if they show ill intention or jealousy over my kid, we can't date. You're not going to date me and you have a problem with any one of my kids. We're not going to make it.
Right?
Yeah, I think something came out along the lines that he thought this girl was cheating on him, or she. I think it said something like he wound up getting her social media accounts, and he wound up seeing some Snapchats or some Twitters or some Facebook messages that she was sending to some other guys, and he was like jealous because he thought that she was going to leave, and part of the reason was because she didn't like his son. So instead of him cutting her off, the son off.
That just makes me want to go stab him because that's stupid.
Nah, that's too easy. That's way too easy. Like I said before, like I hope he get to jail and like the pizza they serve him on Fridays is like always cold or somebody takes it, and I hope he get bed bugs. Yeah, I hope he get bed bugs. Apparently scabies is worse than bed bugs, so I hope he gets scabies, and I hope he don't never have any kids ever again. And if he has kids, I hope his kids never learn how to read, and if they do know how to read, I hope they forget how to read so they can't see what kind of an asshole he was to his younger kids. Like, it's just like doing something like that is too easy. Like, you can't just stab him or kill him. Like, that's too easy.
No,
like,
he should be castrated.
Dude was 3 years old. Like, what kind? Like, really?
I think rapists and child murderers and people like that should be castrated, if not electrocute them, or like one of them that line up when they line up where they shoot you. What's that called? When they put you.
The execution line.
Yes. Either
firing squad.
Either that, your firing squad, execution, or freaking what is it? Take the junk away, whatever it's called. I just said it.
Castration.
Castrate the ass. Because, like, why? I don't understand. I'm not even going to go there because I'm going to get mad.
Yeah, did you use two hands when you beat the little boy up, when you strangled him? Did you use two hands? He's 3 years old. Like, really?
Like, did you strangle your own kid? Like, how did you feel? Like, you have to understand, this is a 3-year-old kid. He probably loved his dad, thought his dad was the best man ever, was all excited like, Daddy. He probably thought his dad was giving him a hug or something, or just something. Like, you honestly lift your child in the face as you either, I don't know if you choked them or whatever, strangled him. You really did that to your own flesh and blood. Like, that's a part of you.
Well, they said he had strangulation marks on him. Now, they haven't determined or put out what the cause of death was. But my issue with that, like you say, I mean, did you look him in the eyes? Did you see, like, what you were doing? I saw this guy's Facebook page from the day that they found the little boy in the lake by the beach till like 3 days ago, because I think this guy was picked up on Monday or something. Like, this guy was putting pictures of his son on Facebook faithfully, and everybody's like, oh, rest in peace, your son was so beautiful and all this other stuff. And the whole time, this dude, well, honestly, you know what? Forget it. I don't care. Nobody's going to sue me. Like, I don't care. We don't know for sure. Like, he was picked up and he was arraigned, but they don't know for sure. Like, they haven't, because his lawyers, which are just as bad as he is, are fighting the fact that they're trying to say, like, yo, this case has no merit. They don't know if the father really did it. Like, really now? Like, I don't understand how some lawyers sleep at night. How are you sitting here defending a child killer? Not even just a child killer, like a killer of your own child. Like, how do you defend that? Like, how do you really honestly make a case? Like, this dude is really sitting in somebody's office telling them, like, nah, I didn't do it. But you've been sitting here for, this happened in October. So you've been sitting here for 5 months, sitting here lying to the world, and 4 months, my bad, I can't count. You've been sitting here for all this time lying to the world, talking about, oh, I hope justice is brought to whoever did this to my son, and it just it's upsetting, very upsetting. I can't do it.
Yeah, can
you? Completely different. I mean, it's just stuff like that is hard to talk about, because it's just it's amazing, like wow. But then it's also sad, because you can't imagine a parent doing that to their child. I mean, it's I don't know.
Yeah,
it just seems to be like an epidemic. I mean, you're seeing more and more of it.
Killed them.
Right.
I don't understand.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. I just want to stab him with little cuts so he could just be in pain, because I'm sorry, guys, I don't promote violence. I'm just that frustrates me.
I do. Give him a whole 1,000 paper cuts all over his hands. So every time he goes to the bathroom and wash his hands, it burns.
The paper cuts, serious.
Yeah. Yes. You get a paper cut and they go all the way underneath your skin and lift your skin up, and you're just sitting there like, it's not good. But I want to go to a lighter note. Let's talk about the Powerball.
Yeah, let's get with that.
You know what? Because my job was hardcore about getting tickets. They got tickets every day. And I did not want to be in it. No, let me tell you. I'm like, they're like, oh, you give us $2. I'm like, I don't want to be in it. Never gonna put you in. Give it $2. No, I don't want to be in it. I got tickets. I got photocopies of tickets, front and back, like 6 different tickets. I'm like, I didn't. We don't want to leave you out. I'm fine with being left out. I don't get all hyped into that. Today they came in all depressed. We're still here. We didn't win. I said, I know. I don't know why you guys wasted all that money for weeks to not win. I don't care if it's $2 or $3. I'm not about to do it.
I heard this one company, they was doing $500 buy-ins. They bought like $70,000 worth of tickets.
That's too much.
It was down in Florida. It might have been somebody who won, but they was doing a $500 buy-in. I'm like, yo, how do you do a $500 buy-in? But it was I don't have $500 to waste on no lottery. I got bills. I got grown people bills. I don't have $500 to throw away on some damn lottery. You spend $500 on the lottery, you only get the Powerball. That's only $4. You could be upset. I got better off chance playing some scratch offs and winning my money back than playing this Powerball.
Yeah, because I done paid that $3 wild cherry cross bingo thing and won $100. Like, I got better of a chance at that. I'll buy me a scratchy now, but like all that lottery crap, I ain't about to do that. And plus, when you win the lottery, first of all, you're not getting all the money that they have out there. You're going to get a percentage of that. And then on top of that, you got to pay taxes on that. And then depending on what state you're in, you got to pay state and federal taxes on that. And then you better hope nobody knows you got the money, because if you owe anybody money or any kind of agency, and especially if you were a previous welfare recipient, they coming for you. They want their money.
Yep.
So after all that is gone, you may or may not have that much to deal with anyway. So
everybody gonna be your aunt, uncle, and cousin coming out like,
have people come out to you. Oh, hey, girl, I used to watch you. You was a baby. Yeah, but I'm 32. What are you doing? Get out my face. Thank you.
Yeah.
Get out my face with that.
Let me borrow like $1,000.
Deadbeat, deadbeat dads become stand up dads out of nowhere. Hey, let me come get Zoya. No. Go have a seat. You will not get a cut.
You asking them to borrow money knowing damn well they ain't gonna never pay you back.
Yeah.
Your dad, you borrow $20 for gas
since you was a toddler. Your dad, who you ain't seen since you was a toddler, come out, hey, little Junebug. I always knew you was gonna be something. Take your old crackhead butt back to the left to the corner store, but you left and never came back. Go back to that corner store.
Kenya, you play the lottery?
I sure did.
Did you win anything? You hit the Powerball at least? You get the $4 back?
I got the Powerball. I got the Powerball and 2 of the other numbers on one ticket, and then on the other ticket I had just the Powerball.
Oh,
so
2 numbers in the Powerball. What's that?
I got a little bit more than my money back at least, but I had plans.
So can you take us out to dinner?
Huh?
Dinner on you? Dinner on you?
Sure, because Wendy's got that 5 for $4 thing going on.
That ain't nothing. Burger King got that 5 for $5 now.
No. All I want from Wendy's is a chocolate frosty, a medium-sized chocolate frosty with a spoon. Give me that and I'll be a happy camper.
I got some coupons. You get them for free now.
Yes,
Bought 10 of them.
I'm ready to go.
But no, seriously, if y'all had won the money, what would y'all what would y'all do with that?
On the real stuff, I would have got me a house. I'd have paid off my debt, and I probably would have got me like a 2002 Honda Accord with some 17s on it, and rode around with that, because I don't need no brand new expensive $50,000 car.
What, $800 million?
For $1 million. I would have bought me like on some real stuff. I'd have bought me a little squatter. I wouldn't have bought me no. I'd have had me a nice house. I'd have paid my house off, and I would have got rid of my debt.
Bro, I don't believe
I'm not buying no expensive car. I'm not buying it. Except you.
$800 million, right, bro.
I'm not buying. You should see my truck right now. My truck needs brakes.
But you ain't got $800 million right now.
But I got enough money in the bank to fix it. I just don't feel like it because I drive a company car. I would have quit my job. That's for sure. I damn sure wouldn't be working anymore.
Oh damn.
Matter of fact, no, I'm lying. I would have
been working.
I would have quit my job, but I would have went and got me another job at like Dunkin' Donuts or like Burger King, or I would have got me like a little side job like delivering pizzas or something like that. And I just would have been an asshole to everybody. Like, you know what? I don't need this. I got money. This is just a side job.
Dang, what
I'd have
you
been like the lady on Everybody Hate Chris, like, y'all don't need this. My man has 2 jobs.
I can't.
But I just I got a whole bunch of money.
I definitely would have bought another house, paid off both my parents' houses.
Another house? Can I have a house?
Damn, that's what I say. She said another house.
She said another? So
yeah.
how many rooms do you have, and can I move in with my children?
I mean, like, and I wouldn't have got something like
rent.
super dumb expensive big, because I don't want a house big enough where my family thinks, you know, oh, we can come stay over there. I need enough just for my family. Like, no, y'all can come stay tonight and you need to get gone. Like, I would make sure they had a house and stuff like that. I would immediately go down to City Hall back home in Trenton and find out how much it's going to cost to fix the sewer system, because I'm tired of the island always over-flooding, and the sewer system needs to be fixed. I'd see how much money we needed to move it along to fix up Trenton High, and see what other schools and get some work done. I mean, most of my money would go into, I would give most of it away, to be quite honest. I mean, you can't take it with you. And I'd rather be remembered for doing, you know, a lot of good things for other people than to be like, she just blowing money. I mean, of course, I'll do some nice things for myself, but I would just be, I was too excited to do stuff for other people, to be honest. I mean, the first thing I thought about was the sewer system back home and how bad it is and how long it would take them to drill down and fix all those pipes. But at least people, you know, wouldn't have to worry about flooding and, you know, all types of other nonsense that's going on in the city. I would be all up and through downtown, like, fix this, fix that, knock that down, let's get rid of this. Like, Trenton would just look different. I think a lot, millions of dollars would have went back to my city, straight up.
Yeah.
I'd be on all the business like, no, we're not doing that. Next.
Me?
And then I'd just be at the table chopping stuff down.
I'm going to get you.
What would you do, Red? What would you do?
Oh, me, I would most definitely buy a house and put away money for my kids' college fund. That would have been buy me a house first, pay the house off, and put money away for my kids' college and stuff like that. After all of that, I would have got me a car with a chauffeur, because y'all know I ain't about to be driving nowhere.
Word.
Put me a chauffeur on retainer, because I got to get places. I can't be hopping on the buses and pointing to get ready with a toddler. It ain't gonna work out. So I would find me a permanent thing. One thing I would love to do that I always thought I would want to, I always said I would want to do is I would open up a center for kids, because I know when I used to mentor back with Project Smile, that was like, I love that job. Yeah. So it would be like a combination of a mentor and tutoring program. But I would want to do it for the inner city kids too, but I wanted to do it for the outer city kids. There's a lot of inner city programs for inner city kids, but when you go out to the townships, they don't have programs like that. So I would definitely bring back the programs that we had when we were like in middle school. You know, I'm talking about, you know, the NDI, the JEPTA building, when we had like our little jobs when we were 8th grade. We learned how to, you know, maintain a job. So I would definitely bring all that back. It just be and like I said, I would put money aside. Knowing me, I probably would still work, and I would definitely go into buying and flipping houses so I could fix a lot of houses. We have a lot of abandoned houses in Trenton on streets. It's just ridiculous. I think I would want to go and buy houses and pay to get them fixed up. Yep. And I'm saying, Kenya, I think we have a caller, but that's something I know I would do and put money up for my kids. You know. Nope. But Kenya, I do think we have a caller on the line.
No.
No?
No.
Oh. I'm getting messages. That's why I was asking. But, yeah, definitely
now we have a call in the line. Oh, that's Clint. Hold on a second.
Yeah. That's how I was getting messages.
Hello, caller. You're live on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Y'all know who this is. This is Clint. What's going on, everybody?
What up, Clint?
What's going on? I'm a little under the weather. You feel me? So I really can't talk too long.
Yeah, you sound kind of sexy.
Thank you.
Getting on the phone with your bedroom voice and everything, but go ahead.
No, man, I'm not talking about this house, man. Like, y'all sounding all, too politically correct for me. I mean, talking about all the nice things y'all do. I'm telling you, talking about all the nice things y'all do. Y'all want to fix up the city. All that's cool. All that's cool. But now, I mean, you got to get to the real stuff. The real stuff. Because me, I'm saying 1.3 billion? What was it, like 1.3, 1.5 billion?
But you're not getting 1.5.
You're getting like 930. That's still it's still 929 more than what.
Well, I don't think I was being politically correct. I would say for my kids, that's a smart thing.
No, but I also say I would do nice things for myself. But for me, the real is to go back and give back to my city. I mean, it looks terrible. That would be my first, not my first, but it would definitely be in the top 5 of what I would do if I had that money immediately.
I would do that.
I want to hear what Clint would do.
Oh, well, first of all, I'm doing stuff just cause. You feel me? Like, don't even ask me why. Know what I mean? Like, it's because. You feel me? Like, I was telling my friend the other day, I was going to buy like a little midget mansion. Get a bunch of midgets.
Midget mansion?
Yeah, and then make it like a reality TV show. You know what I mean? You may ask me why.
I think thinking that old orange juice.
Because I got the money to do it. Why? Because I got the money to do it. I'm going to buy me a house. You come over my house, you might hear random things being blurted out that you won't hear at other people's houses. You know what I mean? Like, Marla, get the horse out the kitchen. You know what I mean? Or you got the peacock. Why is this peacock running around this damn house right now? You know what I mean? Somebody grab the peacock. Why do you have a peacock in your house? Because. You know what I mean? Just because I can. You notice all them rich people, they always have like monkeys and stuff like that. Why?
Because Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson. Just
because they can?
Because they can. Just because they can. You feel me? You're going to do stuff with that money.
Amusement park.
You're going to do stuff with that money. You're going to do stuff with that money that you normally... I mean, you just gonna do stuff with that money. You don't know what you're gonna do. You feel me? Because you can't fathom having it.
$930 million would turn a regular person into an asshole in 0 to 100 real quick. Like, that's way too much money than anybody knows what to do with.
But what if you were an asshole prior to?
It's gonna turn you into an even bigger asshole if that's possible. It depends on who you are. Like you said, $930 million. Yo, I'm. Like he said, you go out and you got giraffes and you got penguins and all kind of peacocks running through your kitchen and horses and stuff. Like, yo, why? Because you can. Because I got the money.
Well, I want a giraffe like Kevin Hart. I want me a giraffe just to have once I get on his back and ride through the meadow.
I'm gonna have like on some like $930 million will make you do some stupid stuff like on some real asshole like. Just because I can, I'm going to get a swimming pool, and I'm going to fill it up with Jell-O, and I ain't going to swim in it. We just going to eat it. And I'm going to just change the flavor every week. I'm going to have a different color swimming pool every week. Next week it's going to be that light blue Jell-O, and then the week after that it's going to be the grape Jell-O. And you just go like, yo, why are you putting Jell-O in your swimming pool? Because I can.
You know what I want to do, too? You know what I would do, though, if after I spend on put money with the kids? I'm getting me. My tummy gonna have to look flat, bro. Cause I'm gonna have 8-minute abs. Like in one day, I'm gonna have 8-minute abs. And
you got $930 million. It don't matter what you look like. It don't matter what you look like. You got $930 million.
It don't matter, but I want to.
Somebody say something about you that you don't like.
Since I had my first kid, I've been trying to get my tummy since I had my first kid.
You slap them. Just slap them. If they say something about you don't like, you slap them. Oh well, here's $1,000. So what?
No, I don't want to lose weight. I just want to lose my tummy, and I want to lose all my tiger stripes.
You got $930 million. No matter what. It don't matter what you look like. You got $930 million. Yeah, pretty much.
Last thing he's gonna be worried about the tiger stripes. Last thing he's gonna be worried about the tiger stripes.
It's crazy.
For real. I'm remaking.
Money will make you do some crazy things.
What's going to happen when they come around when people get money? That's why them guys, the big girls trying to get their tax money.
Yeah,
you know, all the people going around with the guys doing stuff.
That season.
With these ugly girls just trying to get some money from me. I wait for that girl to file a W-2 or something.
You go find a chick that got like 4, 5, 6 kids, and she's like, yo, what up? Is it your year to claim them this year, or is it his year to claim them this year? Oh, it's your year? Yo, we're going to go Netflix and chill later? And that's how it starts. And that's how it starts.
Terrible.
They think they slick putting February, Valentine's Day in the middle of tax season. That's when everybody trying to get up in there all good and everything. You know, the W-2s come out at the end of January, and then like 2 weeks later, you got you a boo all booed up, eating dinner. You got the red lobster cheddar bay biscuit.
If you're going to get W-2 money, you got to come in the end of November. Get
that's too close.
At the end of November and start out in November. Be her boo.
Ain't nobody trying to buy nobody no Christmas gifts. I ain't buying you no Christmas gifts if I know I'm about to be done with you in 2 months. Ain't no Christmas gift. I just want that check. Come on now. And you start flirting around. Girls that think the same way I think.
You start flirting.
Girls that think the same way I think. They out there doing the same thing. Oh, I want these single dads out here. I'm about to go get this money. He was out here hustling all year. He about to get these nice W-2s. It's his turn to clean the kids this year. What? I'm about to get my hair done. My eyebrows gonna be on fleek. I'm gonna be turned up in the club. Yo, bud.
And then April comes and it's all over.
Now you gotta stick around at least until like Memorial Day, because that's when you go out and you turn up. Like, oh, I wasn't really dealing with him anyway. I'm about to go out and turn up this summer, and I don't need no man.
Go to Myrtle Beach for Bike Week.
Yep, turn up on Memorial Day, and then after that, it's a whole summer to yourself. And y'all laughing. Y'all just wait. Look, guarantee you have like 3 of your friends on Facebook that say the same stuff I'm saying right now. In like the summertime, it's gonna be 3 females. It's gonna be 3 dudes out there. Oh, yo, I'm about to get this money. Like 2 months later, come around like February, you're gonna see all these pictures of everybody booed up and loving and hugging all over each other. And then like May gonna come around and everybody gonna be going through some problems all of a sudden. Like, yo, what happened? What happened to so-and-so?
Now I'm about to question every tip I just saw on Facebook this week alone. I saw like people, like 4 or 5 people get into new relationships with people. So now I'm wondering if it's just because of tax season coming.
Oh, of course.
Like, y'all together, but it's for W-2 purposes. Like, what's going on?
It's a game that's been played since the beginning of time. Ever since the W-2 started coming out in January and people found out, like, yo, all I got to do is put in like 2-3 weeks. All you got to do is put in them 2 or 3 weeks with somebody. And then, like, after that, you know, yo, we ain't going to be official. We ain't going to put it out right now. But, you know, I'm kind of feeling you. I know you kind of feeling me, too. So, you know, we might as well just get together. But we ain't going to make it official right yet. You know, I don't want to let too many people know all about my business. And it's because you don't want nobody to know about your business. Because in, like, 2 months, you going to drop her ass, or she going to drop you, and y'all ain't going to be together no more. And then y'all gonna be fighting on Judge Judy over who gets the money from the income tax check. Because you guys went out
crackhead or dope fiend.
Because y'all done went out and bought bedroom furniture. Y'all done went and bought king size beds when y'all should have bought twin size beds because y'all about to break up in 2 months anyway. And now y'all over here fighting over who get the dishes. Y'all laughing, but I'm dead ass serious because I know what's gonna happen.
Gotcha, bro. Let me bring it in for the after show right now, guys. Hey, thank you for listening to the regular show. This is the after show right now. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys do still call in. We are still taking calls. Somebody yell out the number. Can you want to yell out the number?
Sure. 657-383-1155.
Yeah, we're basically going to talk about what we were talking about, and then
it just sound like a
W-2
infomercial
relationship. For me,
Clint, keep it up. Keep it up.
You sound like one of them. Know what I mean?
What you're not gonna do is just call in for the after show and then start talking junk after you done took a nap for the whole show.
Sound like one of them little college commercials. You shouldn't have known numbers out there.
I can't.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
That's a bad. Let y'all go.
Okay, so wait, I have a question. So, is anybody fasting right now? Is it just me? Okay, so since the line got dead, I guess that means it's just me. So, I'm fasting right now. And if you guys have ever fasted, everything that you can't have, it all appears around you just randomly because you can't have it. And all I've been thinking about is cran mango juice and snacks. Now, I can't have anything but water for the next 2 weeks. I can't have any sweets. I can't have any bread. Starting next week, as in Sunday, I've added Twitter, but I will not be available Sunday through Saturday of next week. There's no social media. I just want to put that out there before y'all start talking about how I got to Twitter, and I'm not even active on it. I'm just telling you. Okay? Moving on.
Red.
What?
Red. I think
yes.
I think the phone hung up on him. You heard me?
How is that possible when we're still here?
Because I called in. I was smart.
Well, hopefully they're going to figure out what happened with their phones, and they'll call back in. But, Clay, you missed the whole show. Was there something on social media you wanted to discuss that you're tired of seeing?
Well, yeah, y'all definitely talked about the Bill Cosby joint.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing with that is, you know, like I don't like how people try to compare it to, like what he did compared to, you know, a lot of people saying it ain't nothing to go and getting a shorty a bottle, going to her crib, or getting some weed or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's you know what I mean, that's totally different. You feel me? You're trying to downgrade what he did. You know, when in those type of situations, more times than not, the female understand that, you know what I mean, she about to smoke some weed, she about to pop, you know what I mean, drink, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's accused of giving these women pills without their knowledge. You feel me? Like, they ain't know he was putting pills in the drink. That's totally different, first of all. You know what I mean? That's totally different. And then, you know, if it wasn't, if you're going to compare it to that, why, if he knew he was going to have sex with him anyway, like, he didn't need to do that. It's a reason why he was drugging.
You got to call him. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Caller.
Hello. Hey, guys. Jabril got that metro.
What happened? Huh?
Don't try to play me.
Oh, okay. You guys go.
Yeah, they
was
listening in and they got upset with me. Go ahead, Clint. Go ahead, Clint.
But nah, like, it's just like I don't that's my issue with how the people trying to compare, like, downgrade what he did. You know what I mean? Because if he knew he was gonna have sex when he wouldn't have to go to that extreme. First of all, you know what I mean?
Right.
And if he knew they was gonna consent. So, to me, I like a lot of people giving him a pass. You know what I mean? Now, with all these accusations, can some of them be lying? Yeah, some of them can be. You know what I mean? But in my eyes, it only takes one. You feel me? It only takes one of those, out of all those stories, and one of them is true, then, you know what I mean, like, you're a rapist. You feel me? And I can't respect that. You know what I mean? And basically, in the deposition before, you basically already admitted to doing it. Now, I mean, if anybody take time to go read the deposition, you know what I mean, he basically admitted to doing it, and he's defiant about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then on top of all of that, you know what I mean, like, your cheat, it was well known that you were cheating on your wife. You know what I mean? Like, that you were promiscuous from the beginning. It was well known. You got everybody knew it in the industry back then. It just wasn't known to the public. You know what I mean? You could get people from that did the Cosby Show with him, like they all say. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knew Bill was a ladies' man. He was always with the ladies. You know what I mean? Then you got, like, the dude who played Denise's husband on the show. Remember the dude that went to the Navy on the show? He had wrote an article.
Yeah.
He wrote an article himself saying, like everybody knew. This was last year. You feel me? Like when the story first break, he wrote the story. He was like, everybody knew he was basically a womanizer. He was like, he had an old friend. She approached, like he ain't talked to her in a long time. And when he seen her, she told him basically verbatim what all the other females said. She told him.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like he did the same thing to her. So like it's too much, in my opinion. Like it's too much going on surrounding him for something not to be true. And then his wife had to be complicit. Because they always say she knew. She knew what was going on. You feel me? And she defended him to this day. Lately she's been trying to back off. She spoke up talking about. He deserved all the hell he's going through right now.
Wow! Now you want to speak up?
Yeah. So like, it's something to it. It's something to it, and I can't. I can't respect that. And everybody talking about he was America's dad, this, that, and the show. Like people need to. Understand a TV show is a TV show. You feel me? Just because it was a great TV show, that's not him. You feel me? That's not him. You feel me?
It definitely seemed like a lot of people couldn't separate the two, the character and the man, and it was just weird to me, like, they lying. He would never do that. And it's like, but how do you know? Like, none of us know him. I don't know what he's capable of. But there were, like you said, when he, Denise's husband, put that article out there, and like I was telling them earlier, Debbie Allen, she was talking about how they tried to get Denise over to you remember when she was on Different World for a second?
Yeah.
He pulled it back over to the Cosby Show, like, no. Denise is not pregnant, Lisa Bonet is. And he was so protective over all of them, even more so with Felicia Rashad. Felicia Rashad. And that's her sister. So, why would she be lying about that?
And then I don't like all the conspiracy theories. Like, I tell, like, everybody's like, it's just another way to plot to bring another prominent black man down. Like, first of all, he put himself in that position. You know what I mean? He put himself in that position. If he didn't put himself in that position, there would have been no way, they can bring him down. Secondly, a lot of the issue with him is like he was so adamant about going at the black community about how we should improve ourselves. Like how foolish we looking and stuff like that. But you're not living right yourself. Like you out here committing fidelity at the least. Infidelity at the least, you feel me? So like you don't got a leg to stand on. Then you got people talking about the stuff with the NBC. Like he was trying to buy NBC, and now they trying to bring. That was back in like 1992. He was trying to do that. That's not nothing new.
Hold up.
That's not.
It's a lady. Wait, I'm sorry. I want to cut you off, Clint. I'm trying to tweet while we on the thing, and this is a lady that made a diss track against Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Please stop, man. Please stop. What?
Are you serious?
Yes, Bill Cosby has a diss track out there.
What is it? Is it a rap or what is it?
Yes, it's a rap.
She dissed Bill Cosby.
Made a diss track.
Wow.
But what it sound like?
I'm sorry. That is crazy. A diss track?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. How you just making a mockery of it? Like a diss track?
Yeah, like somebody trying to profit off it. Like you trying to profit off it. I don't respect that. I don't respect that neither. You feel me? I don't respect that.
That's crazy.
Trying to profit off it. But like, I really don't think it's a conspiracy. That I like, in my opinion, like I hate that.
He did it to himself.
Conspiracy. He did it to himself. He put himself in that position. Know what I mean? Just because he black, know what I mean, don't make everything about race. You feel me? Like just put himself in that position. He put himself in that position. You feel me? I mean, he ain't have to. You know what I mean? You Bill Cosby. I mean, one of the most famous people and richest at the time. Like, you don't gotta be out here raping. You could have got any female you wanted. But you out here, I mean, slipping females Mickeys, like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
He thought he was about that life.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like, that's crazy to me. I don't understand it. You feel me? And then after you, while you're doing all of that, like, everybody keep talking about, oh, it's so old. He's been accused recently. You know what I mean? He's been accused recently. Like, this is not. It's like somebody said earlier. It's a pattern. You know what I mean? Everybody, why they wait 20 years? Well, what about the ones that haven't waited 20 years? What about the ones that have come forward recently? You know what I mean? So, like, it's got to be something to it. You know what I mean? It can't be just made up. All these women can't be making it up. There got to be something to it. And then on top of that,
and the lawyers, and the class action lawyer said that it's women that came forward that have not come out to social media, have not came to address the media. They only coming for to be there at the case. Like, once he goes to trial, they're only coming there for that. They don't want to be a part of the media at all. So it's not just the women that we see on the screens or that we saw sitting down in that big panel that they had. Is more women than what we saw, and they just don't want to be in the media because, you know, like I said, once you go in the media, people try to tear you down. Your name goes through the mud. People want to know who you are, what's your story, what type of life you were living prior to this happening. Do you want money and things of that nature?
And, like, you know, some of the women got something to gain from it, but some of them don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I can understand why some people can look at some of the women crazy because, like, you know what I mean, they trying to get over it. They trying to make them some money. Some of them are. But then some of them, they don't got nothing to gain from it. You know what I mean? They don't got nothing to gain from it. You feel me? Like, that class action lawsuit, like, you know what I mean? They splitting out all that money. Anybody get no money. You feel me? Win or no win. Anybody get no real money off that lawsuit.
Because then don't they got to split it, or it's going to be a certain amount apiece? But, you know.
Yeah, they don't have to split all that. Yeah, they got to split all that. Then taxes, then you got to pay the lawyers. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it ain't about to walk away with that much. You feel me?
Just like the lottery. It is. It's like Powerball. You win it, and what happens? You got lawyer fees. You got to pay a lawyer to help you manage your crap. You get taxed, and then more taxes, and everybody coming after you.
I ain't paying the $5. Nope.
Well, I think sorry to get off topic, but I think the 3 states that the people won the Powerball in, the big money, they all are in states where they don't have to pay federal and state taxes. They just have to pay that one tax, and then they're done.
Yeah, those states are always the ones that win. California, Florida, Tennessee, I don't know, but California or Florida, like, they always win it. Why can't y'all have somebody else win? Like, why can't the little dude from down the street win once in a while?
Right.
Well, I need to win the 6 elevators.
It's probably somebody that already won the lottery before. Like I said, there was some people that had already won the lottery before, and they was doing $500 buy-ins, and they had won like a couple $1 million a couple of years ago. They still trying to win more. Funny thing was, they was all still working too.
That's because
they was all on Today Show, still working.
That's crazy.
I would still be working. I'll probably get mad at my boss one day and say, "F you, I'm out of here. Y'all don't pay me enough," and walk out. I got money in the bank. Show you what you think. No, I'm saying. Sorry, I had a moment.
I ain't working. I ain't working. I definitely ain't working. You feel me? I definitely ain't working. I don't care what type of job I was doing. No, I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No, I would go to work and be hostile all day. So my boss say something, what you say, and then flip. Like, I never liked you in the first place. You 2 + 2, not knowing what I'm saying. Long didn't know what happened.
You ain't gonna be hostile. You ain't gonna know what to do with yourself.
I would get mad. No.
You're gonna be dancing.
No, if that money's in my account, I'm gonna go in there and black out and leave peacefully. Like, what? F you, and the horse you rode in on, and I'm about to slash your tires and walk out.
I know what the lottery did do. It had a lot of people fantasizing. There was a lot of people fantasizing out here. You know what I mean? A lot of people got dreams. You see where people was at, Mars was at, because a lot of people was out here fantasizing. Everybody was talking about it. You know what I mean? Like I mean, that's the one good thing about it. I mean, it gave everybody hope, something to look forward to, even though
everybody wants the American dream.
Yeah. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. Wake up, $2 flip would turn you to $900-something million.
And I would cry. Thank you, Jesus. I'm gonna pay my tithes in advance.
I just hope I don't.
Let me stop by bursting the plane.
I just hope I don't pass out.
Now, but you know what? It's a lottery curse. They had it on E2 Hollywood Story, like back when E2 Hollywood Story was a thing, about everybody that won the lottery and how they went from like high ratings to just losers. I don't want to be a loser. I want to be on people that just be win the lottery, go ball out, and then be on welfare in like a month. like let me get that good old food stamp. I quit my job. Now I'm homeless.
That's why I say you win that much money.
Or go to jail for like tax evasion.
Like you win that much money, you really can't fathom what you gonna do or how you gonna react. You know what I mean? Like you really don't. At least I don't. What about y'all think about the girl that won all that money and she's still paying her boyfriend to get bailed out of jail?
Yeah, she also ain't got no kids.
She do?
No, I mean she did bail him out a third time.
That's too much.
12 million. I think his bill was like 12 million or something. She done spent about $12 million. Bailing him out.
No, he would have been in there with no commissary and no minutes on the phone.
he got locked up. He got locked up again.
Yeah, he just got locked. And she said he was like before she hit the lottery, he was taking care of her and her kids. That's why.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He ain't take care of her $12 million worth.
See.
Nah.
All right, guys, we gotta get ready to wrap this show up.
Yeah, but the fact that he did and ended up being in there for, what was the first one, like $5 million? What did you do to end up with a $5 million bill? And then you got out and got locked up again twice? And the bill was still in the millions? Nah. Nope. I owed you that first one. Maybe. Not even that first one. But I'm about to keep bailing you out. She's going to be broke in no time.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
She probably plays the Powerball, matter of fact.
She got money to blow.
Well, we thank everybody for tuning in with us tonight on GFT Radio. We will be back next Thursday and every Thursday thereafter at 10 p.m. We will certainly be promoting the show and making sure you guys remember to tune in with us. Thank you to all who are listening out there. Clint, thank you for finding the energy to call in. We know you're under the weather. Jabril, Sonny, Clint, you guys want to say anything before we end the show?
Kenya got a Twitter, y'all. You got to at that girl. Bread with double D. Raven is REDD Raven 609. Y'all got to follow her. She is no longer a hashtag. She done upgraded for 2016. I'm so proud of you. My little child has grown up.
Yo, man, she came out of nowhere and was like, yo, I do have a Twitter. And she threw the name out. And she threw the @ sign in front of it. Like, she was like a Twitter pro. And I felt bad. Like, I was talking about her all week. But
with that orange egg picture. I ain't going to say nothing, though.
With that what picture?
She got a picture now. She got a picture now.
Oh, she got a picture now? Oh, look at that.
She upgraded.
Oh, do y'all go? You're not even paying attention.
Can you stop being the hashtag in 2016? Oh.
Finally.
But that's all I gotta say. Y'all wanna end this because I'm